Good morning. Happy Saturday. I'm editing in my editing uniform. I just got to the part where I touched a spider. I touched Tallulah the tarantula. So if you haven't seen that, go back and watch last week's vlog. Speaking of last week's vlog, how did y'all like it? I'm having so much fun. I can't believe we're on week 8 and we're staying consistent. We're doing great. Getting that golden hour work in. I edit everything down. I do a voiceover. I export it. I upload it. I do the thumbnail. You know what it is. It's midday. Jeff just went down. I still have to do the voiceover for the vlog. Take my sweet time with this one. I mean, that's all right, because you know I got it done by 5 a.m. last weekend. Okay. 6 a.m., 7. Here's a little Yoni box update. They're all cut. Nate has severe allergies working with cedar, but he also feels it's the best wood for this project, so he was not really feeling it. Alas, he hung 10. This vlog took me all darned day. I'm so serious. I've got to get my workflow together, but it gets published and that's all that matters to me. We go together real bad is what I was saying. And then it was literally afternoon in no time, and the easiest thing to do was to just make ramen for everyone. So this is us chowing down on chicken ramen. You guys, I gotta cut the coffee off because I think it was actually supportive during my moon time, but that's ending and I feel a little bit jittery today and anxious, just like I have energy to move. It's not bad, and we're going dancing tonight. We're gonna go see the Polish ambassador at the Fox. The whole crew is rolling, so I'm stoked. And I know I'm gonna dance there, but like, I don't wanna be anxious going into it. So I just took the kids and Twig on a walk. I just ran up our stairs 3 times outside. It's almost 5. We're trying to leave here at 7:30. So I wanna kind of like power clean the house so that everything feels good for Violet, our babysitter, and then when we get home tonight, tomorrow, we can crash because there's a bunch of laundry on our bed. And that will not be the mood. That will not be the vibe. Interestingly enough, I pulled a Prism card before we left on our walk. Sorry for all the noise. Nate's working on the Yoni boxes still. He's a craftsman, okay? And I got the protection card, which you know has been, maybe you don't know, but like I've been heavy on the protection since about, say, last Saturday. Friday, Saturday, I've like really been tapped into it. So I just found this to be interesting because it's on, but it's a little bit, I don't know, I'm taking it seriously. I'm not gonna let my practices slip. And now I'm considering covering my head tonight when I go. Maybe with my eye bandana. I was actually feeling space buns, but now I'm like rethinking everything. Cleaning time lapse incoming. Answer me this. Do you care about cleaning time lapses? I be like existing in them. So I just feel like it's easy to put into a vlog, but if you don't care, then I don't care. So vote. Yes to cleaning time lapses or no. I was also shouting out the window, instructing Rex on quote unquote boot camp activities. He did like 600 jumping jacks by the end of this, and he still really wasn't that tired. I don't know how he does it. Here's me cleaning off the counter. It had been like so full all week of like art projects and stuff, which gets overwhelming. So that always feels nice. There's always dishes to be done, but at least I can watch my kids play outside while I do them. But soon it was time to get ready. I love the Polish ambassador. Heart eyes for Polish ambassador. It was a race to the finish line so I could get my groove on and go out as mom and dad. Fit check. Cannabis earrings.
Well,
my breath. Glasses, obviously. The sparkly top and this cape.
Farmer is trying to get chickens under her control, then she cuts them into super special chicken.
I had not been to the Fox in years, and it was such a trip to be like in college town and see the shenanigans going down. So this is us pulling up, and we threw down. Our crew was there. We threw down. Mom and Dad are home. The way you literally were just like, you're not going to be in it. We had our kids' leftover snacks immediately when we walked in the door. Life is so good.
That's perfect.
Thanks, Violet. Oh, what was like an awkward thing that was happening was like, it's 6 in the morning.
Mama, we have one more left. Thank you.
My children woke up at 6 in the morning, regardless of the time that Nate and I went to bed. What? Okay, this is Moon Mother Renew Hep by Serum. Okay, the thing is though, like I was really regretting that coffee yesterday. It almost fucked up my night. I almost let it fuck up my night, but no. But I'm gonna make tea. I'm gonna make tea right now. I'm gonna make tea. And drink my mineral water. So get this. I was indeed up when the clock struck 3:33. Alright, I need to close my eyes for longer. Maybe he'll let me rest in his room. Time for tea. This is one of my very favorite multiple time a day rituals. You cannot have enough tea. My kids be waking up for sure it is. I don't need chai. I just want lemon ginger straight to the dome. Healthy digestion. I need it. Smiling is the most basic kind of piecework. Gonna try to put out the ash hat. Pokemon represent black long sleeve and some just PJ shorts. I think I'm gonna go see Anna this week. Have her touch me up a little bit, spruce me up a little bit. Why am I hearing so many sounds so early in the day?
It's 7 in the morning. It's 7 in the morning.
Okay, I'm feeling like, what else is there to do but clean my altar? It's getting a little bit messy would be the word, and it's Sunday. I'm awake at an ungodly hour. I need to find God in the cleaning. Okay, so the vibe was clean off the altar. It's Sunday, a holy day, booty day. Okay, that was excessive, but you know, when you just gotta clear something off, and I had to look at all that incense dust. So meticulously cleaning off the top, getting the foundation together. As I've mentioned before, I have a whole module about or like video about altar creation. It's in my shadow work module, and had to get the incense rolling. Sage, because we're at this tail end of the cycle, but lemon and lavender to just keep things boosted. Have all the decks on display, have my current spread out, have the fan honoring. God bless, goddess bless everyone in the crowd who carries a fan with them. Spider earrings out, plants back in their spots. And then you know what? I just could not with this drawer of incense. I was like, let me also just clean that. Cleaned my abalone shell, and then got to work on this here mess. Everything in here has something to do with like air or ether, I feel. It's all of my actual stick or charcoal cauldron incense. There's also the essential oils that I diffuse into the air, incense holders, lighters, smudge sticks. I cleaned the drawer and put everything back in its tidy place. I don't have the exact containers that would fit this drawer, but I made it work. I'm very savvy. And put everything back in its rightful organized place. I don't actually I have not bought my own sage in years. Those are all gifted to me. I also use them sparingly because I find that there are many alternatives to clearing or protection. Actually, though, I'm feeling encouraged because I'm seeing some, I don't know what these are called, but there's like some unfurling. Okay, Rex says buds. These little buds are like growing on the ends of some and unfurling. So honestly, I'm taking that as a great sign. It's gonna be okay. And I just talked to Nate and he said he could hang me like more plants up there. And I might get this fern like up in the entryway sort of. And then Urania, yeah, you said like get a little humidifier, which I do have the diffuser over there, but I'm thinking about hanging the fern like this away, that away.
Free bread.
Thank you.
Free.
So Max, can you give me a moment, please? And but I could get like a mini one to like hang out there maybe. Okay, you want to see my fit? We're gonna go get donuts. Nate's craving donuts. I'm actually craving like, you know, Abe's, that brand Abe's, they have like lemon poppy seed muffins. But King Supers ain't gonna have that. Well, never say never. Never say never. But let's just see. Okay, I'm wearing an interesting fit because it's Sunday and I've committed to wearing Rex's Pokemon hat. Just like a black long sleeve and my black tourmaline. But this is where it gets interesting. It's like these once upon a time were like dress pants that I would wear. I don't know. What do you think about that? I think it's cool. Okay, I'm gonna use a little of my mist from Medicine Mama Kia. I proceeded to spray that generously, really feeling myself. And Nate wanted to join the outfit of the day. I felt like we were coordinating so cute with our blues, and we were off. I switched it up. I said I was committed, but I'm not. Secured the bag.
We got the bag.
So Nate is the Grandmaster General when it comes to breakfast. I like having sweets for breakfast, so that's normally my first breakfast. We all got to enjoy our donuts and we were coloring. But then things switched up because Nate, his favorite meal of the day is breakfast, and he goes hard for it. So every weekend, Saturday and Sunday, we have something hefty, including eggs, sausage. I don't do the sausage. Potatoes, cheese, carbs. And I just thought I would give Daphne a little bit of airtime. She deserves. Hey, I'm headed to Amanda's seed swap with my magic bullet hemp genome alchemy.
If you do that, see how many, there's like a bunch of seeds in there. Okay, cool. So that's like how you can gauge how much. I don't know if you do more, but
yeah, it's been so windy that everything is kind of like
they're blowing everywhere.
I'm showing the internet what we're up to. Have you ever been to a seed swap? I think this is the first one I've technically been to. I've been gifted a lot of seeds, but anyway, this was a fun time. I got to see some old friends that I hadn't seen in a minute, and I got to meet some new beautiful women, and it was a gorgeous day outside. So as you'll see later on, I picked up some things. I have a bit of a haul going, and I'm excited to put them in the ground. Okay, I just got some super dope seeds. I'm always overwhelmed by the garden. I'm always overwhelmed and humbled, but you know that I'm trying to activate my space to actually host ceremony and circles, so like I want the garden to be poppin'. And luckily my friend Amanda, who has like always been super helpful, she actually just went full-time with her own business, so she's going to dedicate even more space and existence to permaculture and garden design and her herbalist wisdom. She's a clinical herbalist, so maybe we can like really get some stuff done this year. I'm so stoked. But let me see what Jess is doing since I'm out and about. Let me see what my girlies are doing. And I wanted to manifest a whiteboard this week, and Amanda had this out for free because we're gonna try to get our fitness on, and my son Rex loves like fitness challenges, so I thought that we could use this for that. Should I just swing by her house?
Your call has been...
Okay, what's Elena doing? Hey, sweet pea. I just wanted to see what everyone was doing. Sundays are our movie nights, so we watched Monsters, Inc. Daphne has been obsessed with monsters and blaming things on monsters when it's actually her. It's so curious, but anyway, we watched that, but there was still some time to vibe, so we got down on some Uno. I think we all won one game, which is nice because some of us have a harder time losing than others. Hey babies, I got like all set up tonight with the ring light and everything for Lizzie Jeff's call on mushrooms, sex magic, and money. But I'm so tired. I really only slept like 2-ish hours with a couple of cat naps, so I have to call it. But I was able to receive a lot of cool information from the goddesses on the call, and share a little bit about my gifts too, share a bit about the deck, let people know about the e-reading. So that was, you know, fun and work for the day. But I need to call it. I need to go to bed. Moon day blessings, up and ready for a cup of tea in my Nature's Pocket mug. A little grumpy, okay, it's okay. Better luck next time. Okay, I'm making my chai for the day. I can't remember what I told you, but so I had like a really bad experience with caffeine this weekend. And you know, I'm like slowly having worse experiences with sugar. So I'm just coping. I'm just adjusting to my new life, making my chai tea, and then I think once we drop off Rex at school, I want to make Bliss Bites because they're made with maple syrup and they're really yummy, and I can have a little sweet treat on hand but not feel any type of way about it. This little like jammy set's cute though.
Okay, fine.
We're back from walking Rexy, and I wanted to show you the seeds that I picked out yesterday. I just was being random because I don't really have a plan for my garden at this moment. The seed swap was hosted by my friend Amanda of Artemisia and Rose Herbals, and I want you all to go check her out. I'm gonna link her, especially if you're local where I am. If you're in like Boulder County, I need you to know my friend Amanda. So I met Amanda through Red Earth. I met a lot of my friends, and especially obviously herb loving and magic friends, through Red Earth. But as you can see here, Amanda's a certified clinical herbalist. She's all about women's health on like, you know, the herbal side, on the medicinal side, but also she's about the garden. She's like, you know, seed to, we would say seed to sale in like the hemp world, but seed to ceremony, seed to self-care. Like she does permaculture design, she does garden design, she's all about organic gardening and the maintenance. So she's like the one. And I spent a lot of time with Amanda over the last year because we actually live very close. And I'm learning about the garden. I have a gorgeous space for gardening, but I'm new to it. So I spent some time at her house just getting to know her plants and kind of helping her with all the garden work. And she's always letting me know of things and like willing to help me in the garden as I plan and like shift this space into what makes sense for us. So, oh, it looks book a free 15-minute get to know you session. I've learned a lot from her and we have a sweet relationship. Anyway, so she hosted the seed spot and I just grabbed some things. So you know that I'm going to be hosting ceremonies at the spot here come spring, come summer mainly. So I just want the space to look really nice. So I'm trying to envision like a really floral, gorgeous, inviting space. So I got a couple packs of wildflowers. So here's one. Some hollyhock. These are just in baggies, so it's like not exciting to see with your eyes, but these are like the hollyhocks that are like red and pink, but then there was this variety, jet black. Okay, I was given some mugwort by Lori. Mugwort is very important to me. So the thing about Amanda is, yeah, she's the tea lady, and she's always been the tea lady, like sort of had a reputation at Red Earth. But the first time I met Amanda, and the first thing I bought from Amanda was, I still have the bottle, even though it's like empty, but I still have it because it was a prophetic dreamer tea, and it had mugwort in it and all this other gorgeous stuff. So looking back, it's just so interesting and like special because Amanda was like the one to set me off on this path of like mugwort and dream magic in the herbal world. So that is just like really dear to my heart. So anyway, I got some mugwort, radishes, some sunflower seeds, lobelia. I picked up more tulsi. Tulsi popped off in my garden last year. Brussels sprout. Then I have a couple like small packs here. So these first three, I have firecracker penstemon, pulsatilla patens, cute, the pasque flower, and penstemon, I don't know what this is, penstemon angustifolis. So some like similar sweet little flowers that Amanda told me would be nice in like our north facing area. Okay, so then the last pack that I have says catalpa tree. And Amanda was telling me that Julia said that she uses this, it has like some really cute fairy flowers that come off of it. So she uses this for plant brushings and spiritual baths and things. First, let's drink a little water.
Another date?
On Friday, I have an appointment to get some body alterations done by my friend Anna. You know, I've been thinking about getting my Medusa pierced. It was just a fun thing I did for a concert one night to put a gem there. And some people are responding to it, and I'm responding to it, and I like it. But it feels just like a big commitment, you know? I kind of feel like I need to do it now if I want to have a good summer where things are like healed up and feeling like it's just part of my face. So, you feel free to vote on it, but I will have decided by the time this vlog is uploaded. Okay, I gotta take my fire cider. Here we go.
Why?
Okay. Try some cannabis. I like to do different things each time with the Bliss Bites, and today I was feeling a little bit of patchouli, so I put that essential oil into the mix, 1 or 2 drops, and then I added some cinnamon on top. I'm really trying to get into that 10th chakra. I'm opening my laptop. I'm going to get my to-do list sorted for the week, my priorities straight for the week. It feels fluid and open, but I feel like if I tune in, if I start looking around, I'll find some things to do. As I mentioned a couple of vlogs ago, this is like the very best thing I can do for myself, is to sit down, put some focused time together around what I'd like to do for the week, what are things that I can do that meet those bigger visions, and then break them down by day to execute them. And I just go by my list, and I normally get it all the way done. So here's an example of what my week looked like. A couple of tasks every day. Also, just to the side of the date that's written, anything that I have going on, any appointments Of course, it fluctuates. Some things get added, some things get subtracted, but this is a really good set of bones for executing my dreams. Look at this. Look what my neighbor just brought over. Last vlog I was being like, I want to thrift a yoga mat, and my neighbor had an extra one. So now the kitties have one to play with too. I want to show you my spread of the day. I drew my own spread today, and what I got in the morning just after getting my to-do list together was passion. I've continuously gotten this card as well in this deck. It's just interesting. This deck has like 45 cards, and you know, you get the same things. Even in tarot, a lot of times I get the same things, even though there's such variety, or like so many probable options. And then Four of Swords. Then I sat down after like a cleanse and a tuning in to pull from my deck. And I also had 4E readings on the docket. So sometimes when I read, I will, or like in a group setting, let's say, I'll have my card and I'll put it back so that anyone has the option to receive that same message. But so also sometimes I'll not put the cards back, and I'll pull continuously to kind of like create a cohort, create this synergy between the group of us that have received messages. So I today received Shedding Skin, and I'm really anticipating this new moon. I'm already like excited about the waning energy and like get it going kind of dark in that sense. So I'm really stoked about this. This is associated with shadow work. And then, yeah, I had some e-readings. I had 4, but one person happened to have a twofer, and they're both of the heart chakra. So I thought that was so sweet. So I'll be putting those together this evening, and that's my spread of the day. And I think this is like really reflecting where I'm at right now. Oh, actually, I love that this is coming up. I'm remembering receiving this card once upon a time when I was doing my trauma touch therapy with Priscilla. And there was this practice that we would do together that she taught me for like energy setting and for boundaries, which is the essence. It's downstairs right now, but the essence that I've been taking, the yarrow for boundaries. But I would make like this kind of pyramid around myself, just like this. And I could choose if there were windows and things like that. Anyway, that's just coming back to me now. So that's really interesting because Priscilla and I are actually putting together a talk. It's going to be virtual about trauma touch therapy and what that somatic modality was like for me. And I'm going to speak about it from my personal experience. So yeah, we're putting that together for the end of the month, but I love that that's coming up. So I'm sweeping, I'm cleaning, I'm moving slowly, but I'm moving. Then we all dropped in to do a little manicure. Daphne chose to have sparkles on her hands, and she also picked them off by the next morning. She's my rebel. And Rex's are still pristine, as you would guess. I love this color on him. He has like the perfect nails to be painted. I just gave Rex a bath. I got my tea. I'm gonna send him an email or two. Honestly, then maybe I'll go read with my kids. Every night when I go to bed, I'm like, I should have paid more attention to my kids. And then I wake up and I turn on my electronics. This chai slaps. This is the start to my seed inventory chart. I'm sure it'll come in handy someday. For now, it's just a list of items. We had a guest coming over, so I was setting the altar and setting intentions and also preparing a tea blend for us, my classics, and putting prayers in the herbs. Hey, Ransom's over. Cheers. Yeah, let's cheers. What should we cheers to?
Connection.
Oh, so sweet.
This has been like a long time coming too. Like we've been talking for like what, 2 years, a year, and we always said we'd meet up. I've been persistent. I knew one day I'd be there.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I have like kind of a slow cycle about things sometimes, and it's always like affirming to see who will wait it out or who's like, oh, she's not responding fast enough to like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's always really curious for me to see who's like gonna stay loyal. and who's gonna like come through, who's gonna drive all the way up to me. So
Absolutely, I love to drive. I got to listen to my playlist, so
I know, it's so therapy. Bye.
Bye.
So as you know, I am building out my spring, summer, and fall events. And I called my friend Jessica because she has something special in the works and is bringing me in, and I'm so grateful. So I was going over what that might look like from my end. I'm so grateful to be at a place where I can ask for and state what I need to like actually execute in a way that feels good to me and that is effective. So I went back to my spread to just kind of review those messages. And then before I kind of like wanted to put my proposal together, which is what I'm doing here, I drew another card and I got a rise, which is number 13 from the Rumi deck. And 13 is the number of the goddess, and it's a goddess event. So I went out to the shed to get my seeds, my bucket of seeds, so I could bring them in and actually complete the inventory list. And that's exactly what you see me doing here, pulling out seeds of all kinds. I'm so grateful for this bucket of life. All right, the list is up. We got veggies, herbs, flowers, and like a random tree. So I've also split them up, and then these are like random things that are like triplicates. So I'm like, anyone in the community can have those. I'll just give them away. I'm kind of having that situation though where I'm maybe like generator energy and I'm like not knowing when to turn off, and I actually do need to take a stimuli break, but I'm just kind of like, well, what's the next thing? I better keep it moving. But I don't think I actually do need to keep it moving, so. So I don't know if you've met my friend Lainey, but we had.
Oh,
Oh, wait, that's still on? What the frick? The spaceship has landed. Shalena is here in the beacon. It's gonna be a good day. This is the beacon. It's the home of my friends Shane and Elena. When they pull up, it's just like Christmas morning. I'm halfway ready. I decided to straighten my hair today, but I have a call. Oh, this was a hand-me-down from Jess. This is one of my H&M. This is hand-me-down from Jess Synergy Organics. I have a call in like 5 minutes. So what I was gonna do was focus. That was my plan. I have a call with Dr. Blair Thielmeyer, which is like literally so full circle. If you're a pharmacist, you probably know who she is. This is very full circle and very important to like my 22-year-old self. So, and it's the context is so interesting because like I've not talked to Dr. Blair Thielmeyer before. I've just observed her work and idolized her work in MTM from home and patient management, patient care management. And like now we're having a conversation today about, you know, like plant medicine healing, about my Oracle deck, because she and Dr. Lauren Castle brought my deck in on their healing medicine retreat in Costa Rica. So we're finally getting the chance to kind of like connect with each other, and it's just like super surreal. And it's so groovy to me that it doesn't have to be on the basis of like pharmacy, but it is in the basis of the healing arts. And that's what suits me. And that's who I am now. And so I'm really stoked about it. I cannot believe I'm going on the call like this, but I'm gonna rock it. We just finished our call. Today's such a weird day. It's 9 in the morning. Rex is still home. He has late start once a month. So he doesn't go into school till like 11. It's so awkward and weird. And I normally don't let them do electronics in the morning or like before school anytime. But I needed to get on this call and I wasn't about to have them like screaming at each other in the background. However, I did need to like call Priscilla, probably. So, okay, I just reshuffled. Same card as I just had. It's shedding skin season, baby. That waning moon dough. No amount of entertainment can ever make up for unsupervision. So, you know, Daphne had to dig into the plants, and Rex just watched her do it. It's okay. It's okay. This place needed a deep, deep, deep vacuum and a little dusting. So, impromptu cleaning session. Wait! I need to vlog. Okay.
She's outie.
So Elena is one of my sacred sissies. She's in the coven, and she's such a sweet auntie. The girls love it. And we stopped at the apothecary. We spent the whole day together. She and her husband had dinner at my spot with Nate and the kids. And even before I really knew Elena, I interviewed her on my cannabis podcast. So I will link that in case you want to have a listen about her journey with the cannabis plant. Okay, I woke up and started contorting myself, as you see. I needed a stretch in my lower back. So my kids were miraculously sleeping and I wasn't. So I just thought I'd have a couple quiet moments. Lo and behold, Rex is going through this 7-year change and we're actually like butting heads sometimes. So this is me not backing down to a 7-year-old because it's a he said, she said. It's about the dumbest things, you guys. But I think I'm right and he thinks he's right. So that's what I'm experiencing right now.
Daddy, I love you. Bye.
Rex and I made up. One of my special skill sets is to sort. So if there's any type of play that involves sorting, I'm the one. And he had a pile of Pokemon cards that he wanted me to put in their respective types so that he could organize them in his binder. His binder is filling up. He might need a new one. It's getting out of hand, but Pokemon is life. After making my tea, I decided to work, and it was such a gloomy day. It was the gloomiest day. I was so exhausted and so tired, and I didn't really have a reason for it. So I just had to lean into it, and I just let myself do the softest, cushiest stuff, like let Daphne watch Aristocats in bed. Wait, Aristocats in bed. I loved that movie when I was little, and she's obsessed with cats, and we can't have one. I'm allergic. But I did a lot of work from my bed, so it was a win-win-win-win-win-win. It's been the like laziest, sleepiest. Okay, I wouldn't say laziest, but I definitely say sleepiest. It's been the sleepiest day. We just got back from picking up Rex from school. I crushed work this morning. Took a nap while Daphne napped. Lainey stopped over because the beacon was parked by us. And she shared some things that she got for Daphne. She's the sweetest auntie. Some cat things. Then we get to school and one of the other parents, shout out to Greg, I was saying that I want a walking stick, and he brought this little aspen for me. Okay, so it's like, you know, the roots are down here, like the shoots are off here. And then there's these two little shoots coming off of it. But this like perfect size stick for me. Can you believe it? And there's like a yoni. I'm gonna like maybe accentuate this into more of a yoni right here, and then have like Nate cut off the top and like obviously put a gem on top and make it like a staff, like a wizard staff. But I can't believe that. I'm so stoked about it. It's just been, you know, as Julia would say, a regular day, and that's been fine and good, but this just made it like extra special. I was having a hankering for brownies, so I made them. Except during this process, I started to remember that the next day was Fasting Friday, and I wasn't going to enjoy them as quickly as I would have hoped, but it's all really good practice. These have lasted like the longest I think brownies have ever lasted in our house, and I'm learning temperance. I decided to do the dishes because it just feels so good to wake up when they're clean, and Nate was out in the garage working, and sometimes we just kind of crush life like that. and it does pay off. I promise sometimes I hang out with my kids, or do I? Finally, the yoni portals were being cut into the lids of the boxes. This is so thrilling. This is the other set that I've showed you before, but I'm showing you again. I'm so proud of Nate. It's finally Friday. Little wedgie pick. We were up early because, well, we're always up early, and Rex was being awarded an academic achievement that we were all going to go to the ceremony that started a bit before school. So I got a little bit of laundry done. And also Rex had nothing to wear, and these are all his clothes, so I had to go through it. I had no choice. And yeah, I 420 blazed it, so gotta have my shades. Me going to the school function at 8 in the morning, looking like I'm going to a rave. They served a breakfast of champions for my little champion. Yes, I'm fasting today. I've been really looking forward to this new moon for whatever reason. This is one of the best Pisces seasons I've had in a long time. And of course, once again, it was time for a reset, time to set intentions. I spend a good amount of time at the altar and in prayer on the days that I'm fasting out of like necessity for my will and my strength, you know, to just draw the focus that I need to stay on the path of what I have made a devotion and a commitment to. So I just showed you my mother salts. That was a salt blend that was put together at my mother blessing when I was pregnant with Daphne. So we are using some of that as some protection salt. And also blessing the blue lotus that we had. I was going to maybe roll joints, but I didn't end up doing that anyway. They're extra blessed. I had every element going, had to have some fire at the altar. And it was time to choose a card. And I loved that I ended up pulling the speak card because that night was the night that I was going to get all my adornments done. And yes, the most obvious thing would be to like speak and use my voice, but I see this card as like honest and true expression of self. So I felt confident to go and do the alterations that were on my heart. I love that position of just squatting down and really like releasing and relaxing my organs. And we were getting it, but then I got a phone call. Guess who? It was Jessica. I left this sequence in because I just think it's so funny how we like behave and move when we're on the phone. So anyway, this is me fidgeting and adjusting and twisting and turning, but also actively listening and talking to my friend. Then Daphne and I started making our own mosaic while I was also pulling some tarot and pulling some cards related specifically to the energy of the day. But I also ended up drawing a Rumi card for strength regarding this fast of sugar. The blessing of Zara.
Number 1.
If you didn't know, the Rumi deck was my first deck ever, and it goes straight to the heart. Like every time I pull, it is extremely accurate. The words are so comforting and beautiful. And like I said, I was kind of struggling a bit with staying committed to the omission of sugar, but I wanted to ride it. So this is the message. Your soul needs better quality food. You've been shedding old thoughts, feelings, pains, and struggles. Memories of the past have been flooding out of your soul like parasites being expunged. And now your soul, thus cleansed, is in need of genuine nourishment to restore it to full radiance and vitality. Love will feed your hungry soul. Shed toxins from your being by the grace of the divine beloved. Stay adequately hydrated. And to be moderate rather than excessive in your approach. Fasting Friday, I can do that. This oracle also brings the message to you that if something appears to be leaving your life, even something painful to release, I'm about to ovulate. It's because it's no longer healthy for you. Nope. No longer supporting of life for you. Something more loving and beautiful awaiting. Do not try to feast upon scraps. Stop scraping in the dirt for stale breadcrumbs. Rise up and move towards the seat of the heavenly table gleaming before you, for a great feast awaits your time. So I really wanted to take a bath during Daphne's nap. It's one of my favorite prayer times, and I knew with all these new tattoos and stuff I wouldn't be able to soak like that for a little bit. So I was being proactive, and I added just regular Epsom salt like I do every bath, but I also wanted to add in my mother salt, as I call it, which has a special combination of things. Most recently, I included these like blue menthol salts that I got from my friend Nyasha, and she's the one that I will be celebrating the spring equinox with at Second Star to the Right Books next Sunday, so come through. I'm going to the grocery store. Big pimpin' at the grocery store. I'm back. I need to make food and then go. I'm driving to the tattoo shop. I've just been calming my nervous system this whole ride. I'm a little anxious about the needles of it all, but I'm also feeling like excited and sort of initiated, and just working with like a pain and a pleasure dynamic right now. So yeah, here we go. Okay, so I just pulled up. I brought some Snicky snacks. I brought Anna. I fully packed my tripod. I'm trying to vlog this whole experience. I brought Anna some flowers. I brought her some nettle infusion. We've just been talking about women's health and stuff. I brought like a little charcuterie, mostly cheese, berries, and crackers and chocolate. I brought my hat. I brought like clothes to change into because I'm getting some things on my legs, and it's like actually 30 degrees today, so. Okay. Here we go. Hey, babe. Hey, Scott. Were you wondering who I was and what I was up to? Ooh, she looks good.
She's refreshed.
She's looking good.
Okay, do we...
Thank you, Anna. Oh, you're so welcome. I feel like I can't smile.
Oh, you can, but it might feel awkward.
I want to. I'm home. My camera's dying though, so I don't have much time to chat. I think I'm gonna call it because I gotta get this up for y'all. Tomorrow will be a new week. We're going strong with the vlogs. This is our second month. So thanks everyone for watching. Look out for this like special smoky banana tattoo vlog. If you want to see the